morning, WJTS News. I'm Charlotte Olson. Employees of Jasper Engines and Transmission's main plant and corporate offices were sent out into a misty rain this morning after being evacuated as a result of a fire that broke out in a dust collection system at the facility. Crews with the Jasper Volunteer Fire Department were called to the building located along Warnsing Road around 7:30 this morning. Jasper Fire Chief Kenny Hoaxang says that the fire started when the filters in the system began to smolder. Hoaxang says that the system collects debris from nearby welding booths that uses hexchromium-6, which is a chemical that he says was of concern to the firefighters. Therefore, crews, as a precautionary measure, donned hazardous material suits. Hoaxang says that the materials were carried outside the building and they were then extinguished. He says smoke was ventilated from the building, and once they felt that it was secured, employees were allowed to re-enter the facility after about a half an hour. 30 men with 7 trucks were at the scene for about 50 minutes. A local economic development group here in southern Indiana held its annual meeting and saw record attendance. Radius Indiana, representing 8 counties in southern Indiana, which include Davies, DuBois, Martin, and Orange, held its annual stakeholders luncheon on Tuesday at the French Lick Resort, where nearly 150 attendees gathered to learn about the organization's events that are planned for 2018. Radius also presented for the first time the Radius Top 10 Economic Development Projects of the past year. Jerry Dick of Outside Indiana Business joined the presentation to reveal the 2017 Top 10 list, which counted down projects from across the region and finished with the number 1, which was Purdue arriving at Westgate at Crane Technology Park. Purdue at Westgate is working to further education, R&D, and technology commercialization opportunities across the region. Greg Deason, Senior Vice President of Purdue Research Foundation and also the Director of Innovation and Entrepreneurship at the Purdue Burton D. Morgan Center for Entrepreneurship, was on hand to give an update on Purdue at Westgate and also thank the Radius stakeholders for voting them to the project. The top 10 economic development projects of 2017 were chosen by regional stakeholders through online voting prior to this meeting. Projects included new investment and expansion at the French Lick Resort, M&C Tech located in Washington as the first Japanese manufacturer in the region, and also a new tech company, Brightvolt, moving into the Battery Innovation Center. Jeff Quile, Radius Indiana President and CEO, addressed the group to share successes from the year, from economic development education efforts to site selector outreach. He also announced new initiatives for Radius in 2018. Radius will take its first international outreach trip to Japan this fall to meet with potential investors and companies looking to expand in the U.S. To educate them about the Radius region, they'll also travel to Japan. The organization is also kicking off a regional tourism branding effort to create an identity for southern Indiana as a recreation destination. Davies County public health officials say that the amount of whooping cough cases in the county has already doubled, as they have seen 4 cases this year. Whooping cough, known as pertussis, can be spread when an infected person coughs, sneezes, and then can be prevented through vaccination. The Indiana State Department of Health identifies whooping coughs as a disease caused by bacteria that can cause coughing fits leading to breathing problems. Those less than 1 year of age are the most affected. It's an upper respiratory infection that causes swelling in the airways and can also lead to pneumonia, seizures, and sometimes death. It becomes a deadly disease in infants as they already have small airways, and any swelling can be life-threatening to infants. The state requires children to get 5 different shots to fight this before they enter public schools. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommends that women get the shot during the 27th through 36th week of pregnancy. This creates antibodies, and the mother can then pass on some of them off to the unborn child, and it will help protect them until they can get their first shot at 2 months. For questions about any vaccine or schedule a shot, call the Davies County Health Department. Their number is 812-254-8666. The cabin fever hike that was postponed in February due to weather has been rescheduled. Originally postponed due to inclement weather, the rescheduled cabin fever hike will take place on Saturday, March the 10th at the Ferdinand State Forest. Participants can hike either the 2.5 or 5.5 mile guided trail. Entry is free, however, participants are asked to bring a non-perishable food item to be donated to the DuBois County Food Bank. Participants should register no later than 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and registration is located at the shelter house, which is located past the dam, and property office near the youth camping area. The hike will begin at 9 a.m., and this family-friendly event features a campfire, hot chocolate, and coffee. Adventurers Recreation and Gear will be there to give away a hiker's bundle featuring a store gift certificate, a North Face jacket, and a pair of Keen hiking shoes. This event is sponsored by DC Multisport, an organization dedicated to building a vibrant, well-connected fitness community in DuBois County. As they say, all faces and paces are welcome. With the recent school violence the country has seen that continues to branch out into the state and local areas, Ron Bacon, representing House District 75, which includes large portions of Warwick, Spencer, and Pike, says that he will continue to reach out to hear his constituents' thoughts and comments on the issue of how to keep our students safe. Bacon cited a recent threat made to schools in Warwick County and commended the efforts by law enforcement and school officials that led to resolving the potential threat. Bacon says that more can be done, and he says that by reaching out to educators and law enforcement who are on the front lines every day, we can know the issues involved with safety and having ideas where improvements can be made. And this will be a benefit to state House legislators. He says that through legislation like House Bill 1007, which will expand mental health access, state legislators are aiming to provide licensure flexibility and streamline credentialing processes for mental health professionals. Bacon said that this could allow more individuals to enter the profession in Indiana and begin helping those who need mental health services. Bacon concluded that the issue is a complex one and that there are no simple answers, but that Hoosier children and educators need to learn and teach in a safe environment. You can contact State Representative Ron Bacon, representing House District 75, with your thoughts or comments, and you can call him at 317-232-9833 or email at h75@iga.in.gov. A DuBois County native will be returning home soon after spending time in Florida studying Florida's endangered animals for a children's book series. Sammy Poff, a senior animation major at Ball State University, is in Florida and will be returning soon on March the 2nd, tomorrow, after researching manatees, seahorses, and sea turtles for the Conservation Tales, a series of books for children grades 3 through 5 that features endangered, threatened, or vulnerable species of groups of species. Poff's role on the diverse team of 12 students sent to Florida for research includes creating scientifically correct wildlife illustrations for the habitats that each animal lives in. She said that my animation major comes into play when we are planning out the drawings and storyboarding on how the book is going to look. The project is one of the university's immersive learning projects, and the effort of the involvement is to bring together interdisciplinary student-driven teams guided by faculty mentors to create high-impact learning experiences. Through immersive learning, students earn credit for working collaboratively with businesses, nonprofits, and government agencies to address community challenges. The team is led by Ball State biologist and author of the series, Tom McConnell, and art professor Barbara Gergio-Boer. Books about wallabies, bats, and salamanders are already part of this series, and this research trip will result in 3 new books about manatees, seahorses, and sea turtles. The series was created by McDonald to help students grades 3 through 5 understand endangered animals and the importance of protecting these species' lives. Purdue Extension invites youth to join them at the DuBois County 4-H Fairgrounds for Super Saturday hands-on project workshops. It will be an afternoon for youth to learn new skills and explore new topics. Super Saturday will take place on March the 10th from 12 until 5:30 p.m. at the event. Participants will have the opportunity to attend multiple workshops to help them learn new skills. All workshops are based on 4-H project areas, but participants do not have to be 4-H members to attend. Any youth in grades 3 through 12 is welcome to attend the event. Each participant will be able to attend 2 workshops. Representatives from Old Farm, a processing center in Indiana, will be doing a livestock workshop where participants can actually see and touch different parts of animals and learn how to take better care of them. There will also be workshops from businesses and groups in the area, including an electric workshop from DuBois REC, a recycling workshop from DuBois Solid Waste Management, a painting workshop from Studio H, and a sewing workshop from the DuBois County Sewing Guild. Participants will have their choice to attend topics for workshop session, including ATV safety, livestock, electric, and sewing. Participants will also have their choice to attend either Youth for the Quality Care of Animals, recycling, painting, and metal craft. Youth who are interested can contact the Purdue Extension office at 482-1782 or emailing jmonarch@purdue.edu. The deadline to register is March the 7th. And keep it right here, because up next we're going to take a look at your weather summary.